Wild story shows just how laser-focused Nick Saban is on football. Nick Saban has already established himself as, and his ability to stay focused on the job is legendary. He keeps piling up the championship's 6 so far and puts together one of the nation's top recruiting classes on an annual basis. At the age of 6, now comes a story that highlights his lifelong passion for the game, courtesy of ESPN's Marty Smith, who has a book entitled Never Settle coming out on August 3, 2019. In and ahead of its release, Smith shared some stories from an interview he had with Saban. One of them illustrates, at one point in the mid-1980s, Saban, you then a defensive coordinator at Michigan State, you had lunch with Bob Stoops, the uncle of former Oklahoma Sooners coach Bob Stoops, at a bar to discuss football stuff. Then, the place got robbed at gunpoint. Erase a portion. So Saban and Uncle Bob were in a bar, eating and tossing back a couple of beers, engaged in an intense football debate. They were drawing up. Now erase the funny part. When the bartender with "Football is life. Football is everything."
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up, open the park pot.